Shefsky here, and welcome to Fantasy House. This is the world's #1 make-believe real estate podcast. I love doing this show because every week we get to go on a guided tour through a different person's imaginary dream home. They're always pushing the limits with mind-blowing houses and weird technologies and magic and all that cool stuff. They make weird, unique rooms. And, I ask them, I'm like, hey, could you come up with appliances and technologies that we don't even have so they can solve your very unique problems? People do that. And really it's just good old fashioned creativity and silliness. Fantasy House podcast is NSFW. It's not safe for work, although we're super Mr. Rogers inspired. It's a lot more of an adult Mr. Rogers experience. So it's raw, it's honest. We talk about sex, drugs, people's bathroom habits. Sometimes people take us to dark places, and we're all about authenticity and really reigniting that carefree, playful spirit we had when we were 4 or 5 years old. Just fearless exploring of our imaginations and ourselves. You remember that? I love that. I feel like we need that as adults too. And that's what I want to facilitate with Fantasy House. I want to inspire people to explore that again, get that feeling, that little fire lit inside for story time and imaginary make-believe time and just being ourselves. And it really is a great time. In Nathan Hurd's episode, he has a zero gravity room. So you just go in the room, flip a switch, and you're floating around. Jade Catapretta has a lazy river going through her fantasy house that has sexualized dolphins in it. Fifi Dosh has a private hot tub on top of a private mountain in her backyard. John and Tom from Chad Goes Deep, their fantasy house is actually a cloud that floats around like an RV in the sky. So they can go anywhere they want. Nick the plumber, he's got a live studio audience. So when he's with his family and he drops the punchline of one of his dad jokes, he gets a real applause. Joel Jimenez loves to cook, and by the way, is an amazing cook. But in Joel Jimenez's fantasy house, he doesn't want to clean up. He hates cleaning up. Loves to cook, hates cleaning up. Well, he's got a kitchen that washes itself. In episode 94, Mike Ishak's kitchen is just a portal to his aunt's Indonesian kitchen, so he can have ringdung anytime he wants, which I've never had ringdung in real life, but we had it on his episode imaginarily, and if it's anywhere as delicious as it is fun to say, it's got to be good, right? Ringdung. Jeremiah Watkins did a Halloween episode, and his toilet paper dispenser is a mummy that you just unwrap and wipe your butt with. Nat Baymel doesn't even have a bathroom. Speaking of bathrooms, he simply has a wizard that anytime you need to go, the wizard appears and just makes your bowels empty. Just abracadabra, poof. Or poop, poop, poof. So cool, right? Every episode is brought to you by me, Jon Shefsky. I am your local Southern California realtor. Not just a fantasy realtor. No, a really real realtor. And I would love to help you with anything real estate related, whether you're thinking about buying a house, selling a house, maybe you're interested in why I love multifamily apartment buildings, any of that. I would love to be of service. And if you're thinking, John, I don't care about real estate at all, that's great. But I know you know someone who does. And you got to let them know. You got to say, hey, before you go making any moves, you got to talk to my boy, Jon Shefsky. He's a really real realtor, and he would love to be of service. And I really would. And even if you're not in SoCal, I can still help you because I have a referral network all over the country with some fantastic agents, and it's growing all the time. So check in with me. Let me know, because I got agents in Nashville, in Chattanooga, Austin, Texas, Boise, Idaho, Phoenix, Arizona. I got you covered. And like I said, that list is just growing. So just think of me when you're thinking of real estate. Be like, I'm going to hit Shefsky up before I do anything. Just send me an email, fantasyhousepodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to be of service or help in any way. My guest today, I call him Gilapalooza. He calls me Chefsko Rama. And we just have a great time together. We've riffed for years. We've done characters together on live shows. One of them noted Tom Demon. And we've just had a great time together. Gil Garibaldo is here. Super stoked. Now, in the words of the great Angelo Bowers, let us do this.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. Very excited.
Oh, the thank you is all mine, dude. I'm so stoked to have you as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a bit. You're looking great.
You as well, dude. The pandy has been good to you.
It has, man. Been cutting my own hair, too, myself.
You've been doing that yourself? That fade? That fade's all you?
Yeah, I call it the 6 foot fade because from 6 feet away, it looks pretty fucking good.
That's a great way to call.
Yeah, dude. Up close, so you start like, oh, yeah, you cut that yourself.
I'll tell you something. The zoom fade, if you're looking at me through Zoom, then it just is great.
Oh, it's great. Look at
very
this.
smooth.
Look at that. Boom. Nice. Look at that. Lined up, got nice and combed and stuff.
That's right. Everybody's got screwy haircuts for the pandemic, but you know what? It's fine. It's totally
yeah.
Cool.
Hey man, that's what we're all in the same boat, but it is pretty crazy because just real quick, I didn't have like a machine to cut my hair and stuff. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I couldn't find when everything was like, yeah, you could buy it, but you won't get it for another like 7 months. I'm like, okay, I need to cut this hair,
Yeah.
So I got the idea. I'm like, hey, where else do they sell these machines?
The groomer?
PetSmart.
Did you get one at PetSmart? Yeah. Genius.
I got it, and I was just like, yeah. So I was trying to make small talk, like. The person that was selling it to me, they didn't know I was going to use it for my own hair, but I was like, yeah, so what type of breeds would this trimmer be with? Does it do well with thin, fine hair? How many of the attachments come with this for the different size? Like at one point, this dude was either thinking I was gonna fade up my dog, or I was going to use it on myself. So I got it, and you know what? It works great. I'm not ashamed of it. It's It was brand new, so it wasn't pre-owned. I know better than that.
Yeah, you don't need any dachshund hair getting into your scalp.
Yeah, my wife would be like, "Hey, why you got like little red hairs in your beard and head?" I was like, "Oh."
She's like she's getting an allergic reaction. I don't know what's going on, but I got some hives. It's probably from a pincher. The pincher's hair. I'm glad you solved the problem that way. And you have to do that, man. Like, I wish that the pet stores had toilet paper. We wouldn't have had such a big run, right? You would have been super stoked. Just get your TP for your dogs.
Yeah, man. That's all. That would have fixed the issue like tremendously.
What other stuff have you solved since the pandemic that was like, all right, how do I, because that seems like a pretty creative fix. Like, where else can I get this? Pet store. What else have you done?
Yeah.
You eating dog food right now too? Kibbles.
They got plenty of it, man. It's just there in bag. They got bags of it.
Who else has got this Chex Mix?
Yeah, it would be funny if I actually did go that route of eating dog food, and then after everything ended, I just went crazy because I couldn't find the right flavoring on the kibble bit that I would, snack on during the day.
I heard it has no flavor because I used to babysit these two Shar-Peis, and I used to always smell their food in this giant can. And I'd be like, that actually smells like really good soup. And I never ate it, but like I remember asking someone like, hey, you ever eaten their stuff? Because I took a bite off a milk bone once. I was like, it doesn't have any flavor. It smells like it would, but it doesn't.
That's interesting. You would think you'd think it'd have some flavor, or else like, what are the dogs going all crazy over for?
I think they have more sensitive tongues than we do. So to them, it might have flavor, but to us, we're just like, this is very bland.
The dogs are like, you're just being picky. Come on, jerk. It's just food. It's good,
The dog, you call me a bitch. Ruff. You're Karen over here.
Let's see. Something else solved during the pandemic. Well, I mean, it's not really like a complicated one, but I did do some bartering at the beginning. Not gonna lie.
What'd you do?
So for with a few people that I knew, certain things are like toilet paper, for example, I just happened to have stocked up prior to everything going crazy. So from Costco, big old things and stuff. So I was like, yeah, you need toilet paper? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'll pay you for it. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna, you can just have it. It's cool. He's like, no, I don't feel right. What do you need? I was like, I don't really.
PlayStation 5. Quick. No, pre-sale.
Pre-order for PlayStation 5, please. Now I'd just be like, I got these. I got these waffles. I got a big box of Eggo waffles. I got too many of them, and I'm like,
that's a good problem to have.
I'm like, I don't need waffles, but I mean, the boy would love some waffles.
Yeah.
And the less amount of time I leave the house to go into a big crowded like market or anything like that, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So yeah, he just drove up, tossed it over the fence, and then we had distance, had a little conversation with masks on, and we're like, all right, see you later, man.
Happy wiping.
Yeah, I ended up giving him like toilet paper. I had like baby wipes and stuff. I never really use them. I just have them, and he's got a kid, so I'm like, all right, there you go, man.
That's
so I was able to help him out, and that's you'll be surprised, man. I mean, when shit goes down, all you got's the barter system. Either that or be a raider, and it's just like, yeah, we're not there yet.
No.
It'd be a little frowned upon if you kind of went all raider. And
that's not long-term sustainable in all in the wild animal kingdom. I mean, they just over and over again, it's like working together. All evolved primates, I think, work together. Sometimes they can be douches to other tribes and whatnot, which I hope, we already do that enough. I hope we wouldn't get worse. But it really does. If you're going to be an exploitive piece of shit, like communities of people will stick together and be like, nope. Like, you don't want to be a raider. It's not cool. And I hope none of our listeners are part of the Raider Nation and they're offended. But they're like, hey, dog, did you already just said? Shefsky said you don't want to be a raider.
Nah, we're going to give him a 1 star for this podcast, man. I don't like what he's saying, eh?
Damn,
and the with the beard? Nah,
eh? I know where I'm going to go get my paper from, Holmes. The realtor that's got the clean butt, dog. He thinks he can talk shit. No, dude, like I think it's great that you bartered in a friendly way, and it is sweet that like you guys did that. Your buddy was like, "Hey, I'm not taking these for free," and you're like, "Okay, I'll take some waffles." That's a great thing that you can do.
Yeah, same thing. I also looted my parents' house when they were gone because they left. They left to Mexico, literally like 2 days before everything shut down.
Oh wow!
So they didn't know. We didn't know. They stayed in Mexico for about almost 2 months. Just because we told them, like, we don't know what's going on here. They're in a remote village that was isolated from, like, the big towns and everything. So, and they were, like, wearing masks. All the town folks were kind of, like, looking at them like, what's wrong with this guy?
What's going on? Yeah.
Oh, fancy over here.
Yeah.
They were probably looking at them like how we used to look at Asian people at airports with the masks and stuff, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. I felt
it's all about.
And now that I know that, I'm like, that's going to be the new, like, just general courtesy. I had no idea why they did that when I was a kid. I was like, why are Chinese ladies always wearing these masks? And then you get older and you're like, oh, they were being courteous because they had a cold and it's part of their culture.
Yeah.
To not transfer that. Oh, wow. Fucking hats off to them. And then now we got to start doing that.
So while they were gone, my parents were in Mexico and stuff. I'm just like, let me see what they got. So I just went and I was like, oh, they got some wipes. Oh, they got a little bit of toilet paper here. It's not getting used. There's some milk. It's going to go bad. I better take it. Canned foods. Okay. So it looks like I was robbing them, but I'm pretty sure I got the okay from them.
Have they come back yet and been like, toilet paper? They're like, oh.
They came back, probably like 5-6 months ago now.
Okay.
They were gone for about they were actually almost gone for 3 months. They started coming back because people started getting infected in the next town over.
Oh yeah.
So they were starting to freak out, but they couldn't come back until the flights were allowed back. So they had to wait like an extra week for flights so I could book them a flight to come back and stuff. So
are they back and safe now?
Yeah, they're back and safe. They've been quarantined. They take it super serious.
Good for them.
But no, I did make sure they had toilet paper before they came back.
It's essential.
That extra week, I was just like, all right, what did I take and what can I replace?
Yeah.
So
I got super comfy. My parents, I definitely want to make sure that they have stuff to wipe their butts with. That's a huge thing for my mom and dad. And I think I probably something in common all of our parents have is they want to be able to wipe their butts with something. Yeah,
not everyone likes a bidet, so we're all a lot of us are old fashioned. We get it, we're not French.
I tried to tease my wife about that. I was like, well, you've got the poor man's bidet. It's a shower right next to the toilet. And one of my best friends, Kamel, and I, when we were roommates when we were younger, him and I were both just dudes that didn't, we just weren't good at keeping up with stuff that you're supposed to keep up with having a house or having an apartment together. So he would run out of toilet paper regularly. And I remember asking him, like, well, what are you doing? You haven't had toilet paper for a week. He's like, oh, I just hop in the shower after I go to the bathroom. I was like, you fucking motherfucking bachelor. Like every time he's like, yep. And I was like, wow. Just talk about like needing a mom or an adult around where you're just like, so no one brought you toilet paper and you never went and got it yourself, but your solution was just to hop in the shower. Poor man's bidet. He was right. I heard he's got a really clean butt too. You can eat a scrambled egg off that thing. So let's go to your fantasy house. Let's fly that. We're flying that orange drone over. Like, what are we looking at? What's the geographic location?
Geographic location is a nice green fields, like kind of like a plane, but big, nice green tall grass and stuff, kind of billowing in the wind and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Got a nice little the road leading up to this place. It's not a dirt road because I fucking hate dirt roads. Very bumpy, but it's made out of those that kind of like old style like brick. From like, London or Italy or whatever and stuff, just a nice little brick kind of pathway that goes all the way up.
Oh, great.
It looks old purposely, though. It's not like, made to look old. I like, somehow I saw it at a garage sale. This dude that was selling, 6th century stone for like a nickel. I'm like, well, that's a good deal. So I got all of it, put it all, got it all set up right there.
Yeah.
Got a nice, just nice. It's a little bumpy, but, it does the job, it gives you that nice look and stuff. Adds to the green fields and all that. So then you look up and it's like this kind of like a hill, green hill, right? And at the very top, it's like cut, right? So had it like cut. So you got the kind of a hill going right there. At the very top, it is the fucking Thundercats base. It's the giant fucking cat with the when the logo on the chest, arms that go in. Also, too, you don't drive your own car up there.
What do you do?
There's a little parking lot.
Yeah.
It's gated, so you don't have to worry about anyone messing with your car. So you park right. Then we have the actual Thundercat tank that you jump into, and that's what awesome. You take up over there and stuff. You want to shoot some stuff, in that field, go for it. Everything's non-lethal. It's just for effects. There's no real fires or anything like that. It's just, kind of shoots and go, blanks pretty much. But you get that feel like, oh, shit, you're shooting stuff,
Just going up to your house for shooting and stuff? Oh, shit.
Also gives me a heads up. I'm just like, oh, they're on their way. Cool.
That's your doorbell.
Put my pants on.
Yeah. Might want to stop jacking off. I just heard
better wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up, man. The explosions are getting closer. The guests are almost here.
And that's how they get in, and they just go in. One of the little arms kind of lifts up. That's one side of the garage, and they kind of come in, and it's kind of an inside kind of a driveway. Those kind of like circular driveways, that go up to the front. So one paw is to go in, and then the other paw gets that tank out.
So badass.
Yeah. And it's all solar powered, very, very conscious of our environment. And I want to make sure that I'm reducing the carbon footprint. That tank is also electric.
The carbon paw in this scenario.
The carbon paw print. Yes. It's reduced by quite a bit. It's all solar powered. So
I can't do the sound effect. Okay.
It also got on with the Narf. Narf.
Oh, dude. Snarf, snarf.
Snarf. There you go. Narf.
Snarf,
I'm thinking Animaniacs.
Snarf, snarf. Is it snarf, snarf? Am I saying it right? Yeah, it's snarf, snarf, right? Snarf, snarf. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while.
It's been a long time.
I'm sure you'll get some comments on the bottom of this one.
We're both wrong. It was snurf, snurf, you idiots. Like, oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Snarf, snarf, snurf, snurf. Fuck. Okay, so let's go. We'll keep giving us a tour. Are we going inside?
Okay, yeah. So the inside, all right, so it's like got the entrance that way, in the middle right there, because, loops in the entrance to the exit of the tank right there. So I got a fountain right there. Big old fountain, nice, made out of marble and, marble, and it's got two bronze statues of the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan during the Mega Powers, kind of partnership that they had right there.
Yeah,
just kind of right there. And then let's throw, and actually there's a third statue, Mean Gene Okerlund, kind of interviewing both of them as they're kind of getting in each other's face, getting all hyped and all that kind of stuff.
This was classic, late 80s WWF. Is that what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah.
I don't know wrestling super well, but I've been around wrestling forever because several of my best friends, it was a huge thing for them. It never was able to keep my attention span at a sports fan level where I knew everyone's name. But I know the big characters. I know from the 80s and 90s. I know obviously Hogan, and then later on Ric Flair in that era and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, but Macho and Hulk, both movie stars, man. So
of course we know Macho. Yeah, of course, dude. And this is pre Slim Jim. We're talking Randy Savage long time before they even had beef jerky. Wasn't even invented in the 80s. Am I right? Okay. I'm not right. Okay, so they're chilling there. You're there interviewing them. That's how we come into when we come up to your fantasy house.
Yeah, that's what you see. You see
film crew's like,
this
there's
giant.
Gil.
It's like, welcome everybody. Love my dope fountain statues. Yeah, that's right. They're carved by like some dude. Don't know his name, but he did it pro bono because he just loves making statues and stuff. I just have a connection with these types of peoples and stuff, because in this fantasy, I'm very good with my money as far as like not splurging it, but I have extravagant things, but I'm very smart about where I get them.
Okay.
And that's what I love about stuff, the deal, So either I paid a good price for something or, I got a pro bono,
That's great. That's great. I love that you got some satisfaction and a little history in these things. So take us to the like where are you taking us first? In the front inside or are we going
front doors?
Doors.
We're going in through the front doors because they're the only doors in the front.
Way to sell it. I mean, yeah. I really believe in this guy Gil. He really has a way with words. Front doors are the only doors in the front.
So we have to go through those since they're in the front.
It sounds like you and my 4-year-old have been talking lately. You've got some real good logic going on here.
Yeah, we had a pretty good podcast going too. So let's go through this house. So the front doors, they're about 19 feet high.
Wow. Wowzers.
And they're kind of like, I would say about like a foot to 2 feet like thick, made out of like this really nice like oak.
Yeah.
Nice little varnish on them and stuff. They look old, but not that old. Kind of gives you like a Lord of the Rings vibe when, Aragorn kind of like opens them up and walks into the big hallway and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. But they're automatic doors because they'd be too heavy for me to push or pull all the time. So, but they open up kind of.
Especially if you have like a box of waffles in your hands. You're like, can someone get this door?
Because that's what I hate the most is like I got all these groceries and I'm like, I got to either drop some of these or, weirdly open the door with my knee or foot. So, they automatically open just by sensors, that I have right there. Guy I know, he's a sensor fanatic and stuff, does custom sensors and stuff. He's the one that kind of installed them.
Is this a real person in real life?
No, this is a fantasy.
I was like, who is this guy?
Joey Gonzalez. He's does great sensor work. So hope we can give him a plug at the end of this. He's a good guy, gives good prices. Makes very beautiful sensors.
Joey Gonzalez Sensors.
Joey Gonzalez Sensors.
Go to his website.
They're Joey Gonzalez Sensores.
Sensores. Sí.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Sin sensores. Yeah.
Sensores. So great. I love it. If you guys want to look up Joey, just let him know that Gil and Shefsky sent you. He loves us. His website is
he's so good.
Gonzalez Sensores at .fantasy.
Yeah, @fantasy.com. So you walk in, we're in the foyer, as they say,
Yeah.
And here we got a when you look to the right, there is like I have servants, but they're not servants. They're robots. They're all actual robots and stuff.
Yeah.
Droids, whatever. I don't believe in having, humans do this type of work and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes they steal from you, and that's always an awkward conversation. So I have androids or robots because they won't steal, because why would they want a vintage Nintendo 64, like for what, maybe to fuck it, but
that's an interesting thing. I never thought about the problems that you'd have with robots, like trying to fuck stuff. Like, where's my Roomba? I'm like, oh my God, my robot's boning my Roomba. It's very Bender. It's very Bender for Futurama, like trying to fuck a toaster or something like that. Totally.
And it's fine. I assume there's not any liquids. I mean, I think they just plug and play, which is fine.
Maybe. Or they're big into squirting, You remember the Tin Man, the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz.
Well, he was always locking up, man.
Or what about Bishop in Aliens? I mean, his blood was coming.
Oh, yeah.
For God's sakes, his blood was watery jizz. I mean, so I don't know if you're going to have a messless sex thing here with your robots. They might actually get messier.
These don't have liquids like that. You know? They're proper robots. Okay, they're.
I love how you said that. Okay, if you could just stop pointing out this disgusting stuff. These robots are proper. I was just testing you. These are really good answers, Gil. Your robots are very clean. They just plug in like a female and male plug in like an electric outlet. It's fine.
Yeah, you know, and they're very efficient. They're in and out in, you know, nanosecond or whatever the fuck, you know. But to them, it's just like hours because, you know, that's robot time is different than human time.
Robotgasms? Anyway,
Robogasms, yeah, they're the best. So I hear. I wouldn't know. Not into that. Not like there's anything wrong with that, but you know, not my thing.
A lot of disclaimers on this episode of Fantasy House. A lot of like,
I just want very clear.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong if you're a robot. Nothing wrong with that. I totally respect whatever you guys are into. I will call you by whatever gender you are, Mr. or Mrs. Thing Robot.
And the reason I'm being like that with robots, for example, because, you know, they may become sentient and become, you know, Skynet-esque, you know, and I want to be on their good side, you know.
Yeah.
When they start killing everybody, I want them to come up to me and, you know, they're about to like slice me like, well, he did say he was cool with us mating with other types of appliances. Yeah, he's cool. Leave him. And
spare the Gilapalooza. He allowed us to have robogasms for days, yo. Skeet, 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 skeet.
I'd also make them sassy too, but only behind my back.
So when you walk away and I'm still standing there, I'm like, did you hear what that robot just said? I think the robot said something out of his breath and called Gil an asshole.
Yeah, he said his beard was just horrible.
Yeah. I'm glad to not be an organic, bendable human. You guys are pathetic. Did he just say that?
What was that? I thought... nothing.
Nothing,
anyway,
sir.
So that's what...
Nothing, sir. Your croissant will be toasted in no time.
Thanks. Thanks, HK.
Speaking of which, where's okay? Is HK going with us? Let's go to the kitchen. What do we got?
Oh, the kitchen. Now, this is my favorite place. This is where all the magic happens.
Yes.
So, you know, you got a refrigerator. It's the size of a garage, pretty much. It's a walk-in refrigerator. Just because, you know, you need to store stuff, and sometimes you need to have a lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah. What's in there? What are you showing us? What are you storing?
Oh, a lot of beer. A lot of beer. And there's also brewery in this house too, but you know, sometimes I don't want to walk over to the East End.
Of course not. Why?
Just because right there, you know, this fridge is the size of a garage, you know, why not?
Should I have a beer now, or should I wait till we get to are we going to the brewery?
Yeah, no, you can have a beer right now, man. Right. This is just like the basic stuff, you know, like dinner beers and lunch beers, you know, nothing crazy, nothing brewery-esque, you know.
Like, do you have like a milk stout in a can, like something that's creamy and?
No,
okay.
No, that's at the brewery.
That's at the brewery.
This is just regular bottles. That's it, man. So I got a Modelo. You want that? Cool.
Yeah, just simple like a Nuki Brown. Just give me a Nuki Brown real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
real quick, right there. Okay. Of course, this is where you store all our meats, all our veggies, and all that kind of stuff. Lots of veggies, lots of tofu in there too. Got my almond milk because you know, I can't really do dairy too much, but there's a lot of cheese in there too, though, because I fuck with cheese. I just can't do milk. But cheese, I fuck with cheese, you know?
I love
all
cheese.
Types of cheese. Got brie, got Gouda, got that sharp cheddar. Monterey
You
Jack.
mixed up the CH. You said sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
Sharp cheddar.
I'm very Mexican, yes.
I love it, dude. All right, so we got to grab some cheeses then if you're showing us around here.
So, you know, HK's just chopping some up, you know, and, you know, as I walk away, he has some sort of comment about, you know, how I'm eating cheese and how I've multiple times have gotten cheese stuck in my beard. And he doesn't tell me because it's kind of funny. He's programmed to understand that. And, you know, I need you to understand, I know what the robots are doing, and I respect that so much. I just think they should be allowed to vent and have some sort of robot humor. You know, I totally respect that, you know?
Well, as I'm eating a smoked Gouda, pounding a Nuki Brown, I'm loving listening to your robot talk under his or her breath. It is hilarious.
And also, too, this is the best thing about the kitchen. So, you know those tubes where they would put, like, paperwork and it just...
Oh, yeah, the bank tubes. They go good.
Yeah, the bank tubes, yeah. So I've got some of those tubes, but they don't deliver me paperwork.
What do they deliver?
They deliver me In and Out, fresh In and Out. These tubes are connected straight to an In and Out. I've got a monthly subscription. It's about $19.99 a month. I get nothing crazy, no secret menu stuff because that's pushing it, and I want to keep the subscription low.
Very cool.
I've got a lot of costs, But yeah, hey, you want a cheeseburger?
I want a double, a whole grilled, extra cheese, extra tomatoes, and 2 orders of fries. 1 extra crispy, 1 regular.
Okay, so it's going to be a regular double and regular fries. So I'm sorry, I don't. The subscription doesn't really allow me to get
customize. You know what? That's fine.
Not too customized, but
I ain't complaining. This sounds great.
So anyway, just enter it in the phone. Boom, there you go. Boom, instant. It's so great.
What did you order?
I'm just gonna get a regular cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I got the other outdoor patio that we're gonna talk about once we get there. Show you what I'm cooking up over there. But no,
let's go.
Have the double and stuff.
Oh, I'll eat it while we're walking to the patio. Let's go to the patio then. I want to see this.
Oh, well, before we go, look at all these pots. They're great, right?
They are.
Yeah, I got them at a good price. And also too, I've got regular knives. I've also got samurai swords up over here. I don't really use them for cooking. They're really just for show, Are
you gonna pull one out right now and show us? Like, do the bodyguard and throw your scarf over it?
They're actually welded on to the. I don't want them to fall. We're in earthquake country. I don't want that to fall and chop off my leg. I'd be one of the crazy 88s, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that.
Es verdad, mijo. Es verdad.
Yeah.
Okay. Where we going?
All right. So we're walking over here. Walking here.
Christopher over here.
So we got the. Hey, I got this bathroom right here. This is the main guest bathroom near the entrance of the home, of course. And this is a very nice bathroom. I'll tell you why. Look, as I open this up, what do you see? A little river flowing through this. It's fantastic.
There's a river flowing.
Yeah, there's a river here, and that's where you pee. It's nice.
I love it.
Yeah, we've also got like a bidet with a. This bidet is conscious too, like the rest of the staff.
I don't know if that's nice. That seems like it's kind of mean.
Yeah. It sarcastically, thanks you for letting it, clean your bum.
I love it.
Yeah. So let's try it on real quick. Let me just get on this real quick.
There we go.
Oh, all right. Got the different speeds. That's nice. Got the pulsating. Not a big fan of that one. But nice and clean. And there's the air blower. Okay.
Woo!
All right. So I got this one on. I've got this robot bidet on silent for right now. But it does have a text here. Oh, geez. Thanks for letting me clean that deliciously good butt of yours. You must be eating way better.
Oh, gross.
I can totally tell by the extra pounds you've gained. Okay. That's wow. I think I prefer talking it instead. Whatever.
Reading that text though is really funny though. It's really funny reading a text from a bidet letting you know how it feels.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And of course, got to wash your hands. Of course, got this. So this sink right here is a custom Darth Vader head. As you can see, the water comes out of his little triangle area right there.
Love it.
Big Star Wars fan. One of the switches. Look at that. Red is for hot. That's a red lightsaber. That's hot. But it's also a lever. And then we got a blue one for cold.
So great.
I thought of everything. Man.
So great. That's a great sink, dude. That's awesome. So funny. Does the sink talk to you too? Does it tell you anything about what the bidet just told it in the Darth Vader voice? Your asshole is so wonderfully clean now.
Some of your asshole is on your hands. Yeah, because sometimes it happens.
Oh, of course. You need Darth Vader to remind you, sing the happy birthday song.
As you wash
20 seconds. Lather up properly.
Yeah, it's always on my ass about washing my hands properly and stuff. That's why I don't really use this one, but I love having guests use this one because it makes them feel uncomfortable. That's
very nice. The common theme in Fantasy House is people liking and getting enjoyment out of making their guests feel just a little uncomfortable. I don't know what that means about the human race, but I like it. It's kind of fun. All right, where are we going next?
Before we leave this bathroom, too, I don't know if you noticed, but the double-sided mirror over here?
Yeah.
Now, they can't see us, but we can see them. So we're just pretty much watching a factory line create light bulbs.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. So
while I'm sitting in the bathroom, going to the bathroom, I can see.
Yeah, workers in a factory working. They can't see you, though. So that's, cool.
That's great.
They just think it's a mirror. Hence, two-sided double mirror, whatever it's called. That's what it's called.
Double-sided glass. Are you
double-sided glass? Yeah.
It's a two-way mirror, double-sided glass. Are you saying that there's a factory inside your fantasy house that makes light bulbs?
It's on the outside.
On the outside.
Yeah, but it's connected.
And why is it there? What does it do? What do we have this for?
Hey, man, gotta make money.
That's that.
Gotta spend money to make money.
So you have to have a factory here because this is how we're paying for this fantasy house.
Yeah, and also too because zoning, it's this whole area is more of an industrial zone and stuff. So it's a small factory, but they get enough space. There's only about, as you can see, there's only about 10 workers. It's about a 60, 70 square foot kind of thing.
I really appreciate that you brought zoning into your fantasy house.
Yeah, hey man, I know it's a fantasy, but there has to be some rules and boundaries.
It's true. All right, take us to the next spot, dude. So great.
So it's the master bedroom. Now, as you can see, this floor right here. So have you ever walked into your bedroom and thought, man, I need to go to sleep now. I can't wait to get to the bed.
Yes.
Have you ever had that thought? Of course, we all have. This whole floor is bed.
It's a bed floor.
It's a bed floor. You can just go to sleep on the bed. There's also a bed in the bedroom.
I like that.
But in case I can just go to sleep on the floor and not have to worry about it. Maybe I'm having a crazy dream and I roll off the bed. Guess what? Tempur-Pedic. I could have a glass of wine on there. I could fall. It's not going to fall. It's just comfort, man. It's just comfort. It's the best thing. It's also made out of this material that doesn't get dirty and stuff, so I don't need to wash it, which is really cool.
That's a great nanotech. Yeah, that's a great nanotech that you have that in there because it just solves a lot of problems just to have it something you don't even have to wash.
Yeah, and also that's what the factory was here for. They're in charge of creating this one floor, this one bed floor for the bedroom. Instead of going into mass production, I was like, you know what? Let's make it 1 out of 1. I got a factory. Crap. I need to get these people working. Light bulbs. People need light bulbs all the time. Smart light bulbs, dumb light bulbs that go on fake trees, everything,
You are such an entrepreneur. It's beautiful.
Christmas light bulbs. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Hanukkah light bulbs.
Hanukkah light bulbs. I've seen those menorahs with the little light bulbs and stuff. Hey, man.
Dude.
Hey, it's I think about everything, Kwanzaa bulbs.
Kwanzaa bulbs. You gotta have Kwanzaa. Yeah.
Kwanzaa bulbs. Yeah. Don't know what they're for or what they really do, but they're bulbs for Kwanzaa, So hey,
atheist bulbs, right? For their reading lights, since they like to study and learn. There you go. Atheist bulbs. You gotta have that.
Even got Amish bulbs. They don't work. They're really just bulbs.
I love it. Okay. We're coming up on time now. What else you got to show us before we go?
Oh, and then
there's something on the patio, right?
Patio. Let's go to the patio. All right. As you can see, I've got a 200-foot smoker. This is for all types of different meats. We've got it by sections and everything, and we can do anything in these. You want. You're a big steak guy. We can smoke some steaks right here.
Oh, yeah.
You like some rack of lamb? Yeah, we can do that too. So the whole trick of this, or the beauty of this, is that you can do multiple things at once and stuff, and they're all sectioned off, so they're kind of got their own things divided. And guess what? This thing is a whole droid itself.
The smoker is sentient.
Smoker is sentient. So all you have to do, you tell it, "Yo, I want this steak. I want it to be, medium rare, and I want it to taste more on a little bit on the smoky side, a little bit on the bloody side, but also too throw in some, infuse it with some A1 sauce. It does wild stuff, anything you can think of. Have you ever had a steak where you bite into an A1 sauce just shoots out of it like a damn?
No, that sounds trippy as hell.
Yeah, it's like those donuts with cream inside of them, whatever. You know, it's like that with A1 sauce. Yeah, it's like that but with A1 sauce.
Yeah. Dude, that sounds great.
But a steak, you know. Hey, you want bacon inside your steak? Hey, you can do it. You know. You want a burger that's you know, the whole patty's made out of like, I don't know, octopus or something like that. You can do it, and it tastes fucking great. I don't even like octopus, but you know what? I'll try everything once. I'm like, hey. You know, Yo Grill, can you hook it up? Can you give me a burger, but make it octopus, but make it taste really good? And
I'm sure it could.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure it could.
I didn't even tell him what to do. Like, robot knew what to do. Grill's amazing. Grill's amazing.
Tell you something, Gil. That is the best kind of robot. One that you don't have to micromanage. You don't want to have to micromanage your robots.
No. And you know what? But he still talks shit behind my back, though, which I respect, you know?
I think it's great that you have this humbling situation going on with all of your robots that you work with. Is it you want to be broken down and humbled here and there, and so you have them doing that. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, that's that's life, man. You know, I wouldn't be here without these droids. You know, I wouldn't be enjoying this beautiful, fantastic Thundercat faced house with the river for a bathroom. Like, that's fucking awesome. You know, who made it happen? I love it. All these fucking robots, man. So you know, when you're out there voting this November. Following November, because we just voted, robot rights, man. Hey, it's just right. You know what I'm saying?
Robot rights.
And also too, they can kill us like instantly. Like, be fucking cool with them, you know? Like, they're gonna go after you if you don't. They're being really chill right now because they want to do it peaceful. But you know, you start getting all stupid, you start doing Matrix stuff, black in the sky. I'm just saying, you know.
I like how you're kissing their asses. You're like, I'm not just saying be nice because it feels good to be nice. We need to do this. We've gone from bootlickers to reboot lickers. This is very serious here. We need to kiss these robots' asses as soon as possible because they're about to take over, and they need to know, like, hey, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll make great pets, as the song implies.
Yeah, and then now to wrap up this this patio over here, best part right here. See this? Press this button right here, and what comes out? A 900-foot QLED screen. That's right.
Yeah.
Giant screen. It doesn't power on, unfortunately. The solar panels that I have can't really power it. So we're just kind of looking for other alternatives for energy and all that kind of stuff to be able to power this TV and stuff. Because, you know, hey, I get it.
So we're not watching it. I was going to ask you, like, what are we watching? We can't. It doesn't actually work.
Nah, I mean, it does. We just don't have the power for it, you know.
I see.
We use a lot of energy here. You know, we've got a lot of robot workers and stuff. So,
totally.
Plus the factory. The factory is. I'm in the red with the factory right now. I'm not running a profit at the moment. But
it's a very serious, realistic fantasy house, Gil. You're like, I get everything on a deal, or I don't buy it. I'm like, you can have whatever you want. I'm like, well, if I don't get it on a deal, we're not getting it.
Whoa.
And some of the things don't work in my fantasy. And my robots not big. They make fun of me. Oh, dude.
It's not because, you know, it's shoddy workmanship. It's all high quality stuff. It's just, you know, the power of getting it, kind of up. You know, it's just we're working on it. You know, we've got a lot of different programs. You know, may have to cut off some staff, but you know, it's right now in the preliminary stages. But we'll figure something out. This TV's gonna look fucking awesome, though. The Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl is, it's going to look awesome. It's going to look awesome. Super awesome.
I appreciate that. So that's what we will watch. If we were recording this Fantasy House by the Super Bowl and this problem was solved, we would be watching the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And I'd be eating one of your weird steaks that oozes A1 sauce.
Yeah. No, you can do that now. But you did eat 2 double-doubles. I don't know how much you got in it. I mean, you could do like a petite version of this steak because, you know, that's something this machine could do. Yeah. I also got those paperwork tubes. They go from the kitchen to here too. So
I probably just keep on eating in and out. I'm a glutton. I will just keep stuffing myself until there's none left, like a goldfish. Is there anything else we need to see in the Fantasy House? Because so far it's been so much fun. Is there anything we got to see before we go?
Oh yeah, we got to see the safety. That's a big thing for me, right?
Okay.
Securing my home. And my security system here is incredible. It's top notch. You know, you have to protect this kind of stuff. I mean, the robots, yeah, they're robots, but they're also not fighters. They're not gonna lay out their lives for my personal property.
They're not.
Like, you know, no, because come on, man. Their lives are more important than my junk in there. You know, they'd be like, none of my business.
Not worth what I'm getting per hour. Yeah.
I don't get paid enough to deal with this.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
And I respect that, you know, even though, you know, I mean, their salary is more than reasonable, but, you know, everyone's got their own opinions of what reasonable is.
Yeah.
But yeah, my high end security system is pretty much every single trap from Home Alone. I was watching that movie and I realized, you know what? Though it's a little brutal, some of this stuff, it gets the job done.
It does.
So, you know.
The nail on the stairway? Woo.
Yep. The brutal, big pipe.
Oh.
We got paint cans and the pipe. So we got them from both movies there. Yeah. We also do have an electric something that shocks them electrically, where they actually flash into like an actual skeleton in intermittent seconds and stuff. Very expensive technology, but I had to have it, you know. I probably won't be there to experience it, but maybe one of the robots will, and they'll like kind of tell me about it, and that's kind of cool too, because they're pretty good at describing things. Like they remember everything, man, like in detail, so it's pretty perfect. Yeah, man, I got a flamethrower thing. I got a thing that brands, you know, when they touch the doorknob and stuff. Yeah. It just brands them with a big OG and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a pigeon lady, too, just in case.
Just in case. Oh, yeah. Dude, the Home Alone security system. Brought to you by GILAPALOOZA. Wait, I got to get a picture of that. Do that again. Oh, dude, so good. So good. Oh, man. Thank you so much for having us at your fantasy house. Freaking amazing.
Thank you.
So creative.
Yeah, we'll get that TV going, though.
Please get that. This. For your next fantasy house, that TV needs to be working, okay? Just so you know.
Well, I'm sorry.
Where can our listeners, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram, of course, at Gil Garibaldo, and Twitter at Gil Garibaldo.
Such a great wordplay right there.
Great. Not confusing at all.
I love it. I know, it's so great.
Yeah, just on there, and then I'll be popping up here and there and stuff. Got a few things cooking up that I can't really talk about at the moment, but really excited about. So,
hell yeah! Well, whatever you're excited about is popping up, let me know and we'll promote it so that listeners can check it out.
Be great
on Fantasy House and all that good stuff, man. Thank you so much for doing this. Such a great time.
Thank you.
Such a great time, dude. Guys, go ahead. Follow Gil on Instagram so you can find out about his exciting news when it does come out at Gil Garibaldo, and just support him and all that good stuff. And hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and give us a review. Whatever you think we deserve, just give us a review. Totally appreciate it. Totally stoked. Thanks for being here with us, guys. Be silly. Have fun.